Conan fans, this is Matt. It's been a while since I have recorded. I've been doing a lot of attempted streaming of the game without recording because I haven't really found anything worthwhile to record. I went on this wild goose chase. I traveled from one base to the other and decided I wanted to see if I could get some of the star metal stuff. And so I started combing the hills on the western edge of the snow realm, and I didn't find anything. I did find a lot of iron, and I've been working my way back towards this potential third base that I'm slowly building. I started building this a week ago, and I haven't put a whole lot into it the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 days. But since I'm back here, I figured I'd give you guys a peek at least of where I'm at with it. I might actually do a flyby of the other two, get all this base covered, see where I'm at. I am going crazy getting iron. As you can see, there's closing in on 13,000 in my inventory. I mean, I just keep finding all these rich veins. So I figure, well, I might as well grab it while I'm here. So we're just at the outskirts. This is, what's it called? Bjornyar Stand, which is just in front of the crevice, which is where I want to go. So sometime last week, after I was finished with all my other recordings, I invested some energy and time in kind of designing what I wanted. Still not sure it's perfect for my needs, but it's a place to start. I'm going to keep mining this until I get it all. A lot of iron, I'm going to need a lot of coal, so that's why I'm also getting all the coal I can get. Okay, I think that's everything. There's some more coal over there, I guess. I'll go get that too. I'm going to need it. I'm thinking about just processing the coal here at this base instead of going back to my other bases to do it, because there's plenty of stuff there to keep people busy. I tell you though, the resources at this place are pretty fantastic. So as a whole, this is not a bad place to build a base. Trying not to use the map, trying to see if I can remember where this little crack is. There it is. It was in one of these little valleys. So this is the upper entrance, or the middle entrance, I guess would be probably more appropriate. I built it up with limestone. It looks bad, but you know, it's what I had, so that's what I used. Yeah, I don't know. This is the upper platform. The stairs go down. I could probably save myself a lot of time and aggravation if I replaced all the stairs with a single elevator. The thing is, the elevator in this game is so slow that I kind of like the ladder. There's not really enough room to do anything down here. That's part of the problem. It's very uneven, so I'd probably have to level it off about here, which is awfully high. basically turned this tunnel thing almost in half. And I really don't want to build out here because this is all respawning rocks, respawning coal, respawning wood, and respawning iron. And if you build too close to these things, it'll keep them from respawning. So as long as I want to have close access to all these resources, I want to make sure I don't build too close to the entrance. So I'll probably leave the cave itself on the edge of the cave kind of the way it is now. Okay. A little bit of coal, right? Anyway, that little entrance there wasn't my main thing that I was working on. That was kind of just trying to see how I could get up to that level. I realized it's a lot higher than I thought. And there isn't a lot up there I can work with. So I don't know. I might enclose all this into like a little building. There's not much space here to work with, so I don't know. Huh? Then this is kind of like the big foyer area. This thing is actually pretty big, wide open space. This big stone thing hung down, and I worked and worked and worked trying to figure out a way I could get this centered, and this is about as good as I got it. It's not quite centered, but it fits. So a little hexagonal basin. Again, I was kind of working on, well, what do I have space for floors, and what elevated, and so forth. So I was just kind of laying things out. This is all an extension from where I've already built up above. That doesn't coincide with this, so that I might have to delete all that and rebuild it once I figure out. But as you can see, I have kind of a mix of materials. I have the reinforced stone in here. It looks a little better, not a lot better, but a little better. Again, thought maybe I'd put a statue or a shrine or something in that space. This was kind of neat. So I got the gate, and I also have a door. So you can use the individual personal door, or you can use the big gate. It doesn't even take you in, but use this. You got there. Otherwise, you got the double stairway, which does kind of interfere with this rock, but that's fine. So I was working on getting my followers and getting them suited. So I started renaming the ones I had. So this is my Zathite Enforcer. It's the only one that's using this armor, which is pretty awesome. I've not leveled him up yet. Then I had some different ideas of a different combination of gear. Okay, you've seen my Zathite priestesses. They're wearing head-to-toe Zathite dancer gear. Perfect. These are all agents. Each of them essentially wears a fairly dark cloak, light, medium armor, a mix and match of different stuff. Most of them either wear hoods or masks, but each one of them has one of the Zathite armor pieces. She's wearing bracers. He is wearing none of them right now, I guess. I haven't figured out which one I wanted him to have, or her. She's got the shins, the what are they? Shin guards, yeah. But I like that Lemurian mask. I love that. One reason why I love the Lemurian mask over some of the other masks in this game is that you can still have your hair. It just kind of sticks underneath. I love these hoods. Okay, so then all these, these ones are named. These people are all named people. Actually, no, she's not. I named her Zathite Temple Guard. Yeah, I thought that she looked like a good temple guard. She's got a big ass sword. Most of them I call different things. Like the ones that are infiltrators are ones that are kind of decked out towards another religion, except they have a key. They are wearing a Zathite, but if you notice, her top is very Setite. So she'd be an infiltrator of the Setite church. Here's a Zathite paladin. Liked her look. Most of them are temple guards. Temple guards pretty much wear the hoods. They're wearing the like dancer's dress. This one's wearing the bracers. Let's see, these are watchers. Watchers are kind of like acolytes. They're like lower tier. Um, they're basically just the eyes of the faith, as opposed to ones that are a little more heavily armed and armored. Um, Now those are just two named dancers I was going to take back to the other camp. Here's another one. This one's a Zathite Yogg infiltrator, because he's decked out with Yogg gear. Um, Kunar, I haven't decided whether I'm even going to keep him or not. I haven't decked him out yet, but yeah, I kind of handpicked some different people. But anyway, that's that stuff. This is what I wanted to show you, though. It wasn't those. So this is the bottom of that big basin. And the easiest way to show this is flying. And so what I did is I started off with the center, which is, I believe, this point right here. Yes, this is the center point. So this thing is a little off-center, but I put it there for a different reason. I just wanted to be able to examine my people as I was mixing and matching their attire. I was having a hard time seeing them from my standing position. So by elevating them up here, I could stand here and say, yeah, I like it. I don't like the shoes. A lot of the people, when they're standing on the foundations, their feet sink into the foundation. So it's sometimes hard to get a good impression of what their shoes look like. Anyway, started off at the center, the 6, surrounded it with more triangle pieces, and then after that you basically just alternate. You put squares up on the outside of triangles, and then you use a triangle piece in between. Outside of the triangle you put a square. So whenever you have a triangle piece, you put a square in the next row. Whenever you have a square, you put a triangle in the next row, and you just kind of work your way out. So that's what I did. Using concentric circles, I kept going farther and farther out and out and out, and created a ring that continues right out to the outer wall of up above. Now, I don't really know how I'm going to carve it all out. I don't know where the levels are going to be, but I wanted to have at least the structure in place, the shape. This is how it's going up. Now, I have no idea. There's a mountain up here, and I have continued it out to there, but as you can see, it just keeps going up and up and up this mountain. Do I really want a tower this big? No. But it's hard to say where I want it to stop, because from the outside right now it's just a big ass wall. There's no gate, there's no doors, there's no lights, there's nothing. It's just a ring of stone following the same pattern, row after row. As I went up, anytime I couldn't see where the foundation was, then I'd have to build it up a little higher. So that's why it's kind of tiered. This wasn't, I didn't choose to build it like this from design perspective. It was just, this is how it had to be. Some of this is going to get covered up, obviously. Like right here, I could probably just take this straight up and cover up all that stone. But like I said, I have no idea what I'm going to do for floors. I don't know where the stairs are going to be or anything else. I was just kind of giving myself an idea of what I wanted to do with this, because it's pretty cool, I think. Almost feels like Minecraft. You're digging in and getting a big fort, but and there's areas where I can actually build in, and other ones it's just solid rock. So can't really see as much in the daylight, but now you understand why I put all the torches on the bottom, because this thing was hard to work on because it was so damn dark. It snows up here a lot, but I think this is a decent place to put a base. Just a single floor is big enough to hold some of the biggest, crafting places. I mean, I could easily put the livestock trainer or something like that. I could put the map room on one floor, and just work my way up and make the maximum size of the tower whatever it needs to be. Anyway, that's what's going on here. Meanwhile, I've been talking. I should have been building. Shoot. Process. I got a bunch of stuff I gotta build here. Jibber jabbering. I really wanted to build a bigger busy for a while. Dismantling bench. I can definitely figure out whether I want to repair this stuff or if I want to dismantle it. Those are both pretty good. I'd rather fix those than break them down. It's all pretty good stuff. Oh, there's something else I gotta build. This is gonna take some time, so might as well have all this stuff be doing its thing. Let's see. I also need a juicer. Good. And I need 50 brick to do that. Damn. I do not have 50 brick. I'll have to do that at the next base. Alright, juicer. You can get to work. Squeezing the life out of that stuff. And let's see, where's the other one? That. I did do some harvesting of some plants. Let's see. I love those Skelos Cultist hoods too, but I can't fix them. That's the only problem with the dumb things. I don't have the ability to repair them. I don't know, maybe I can manually do it using the different tool sets, but I can't just fix them naturally. See, I could use one of these. But on the other hand, I don't know if it's considered armor. Yeah, this one is, I guess. Some things are considered clothing, and I'm not sure if that works on that stuff. Maybe it does. Oh, let's see. I know I got some berries. My torch broke. Where are my berries? I did a lot of harvesting. I didn't get any berries. Am I just not seeing them? I mean, I wasn't going after berries, but I would have assumed I picked some up. All the different plants I was whacking. I know I was looking for flowers, but I didn't want leavening agent either. Plenty of those. Well, maybe I didn't. I must not have picked up any berries. Okay, so those things are doing their thing. Let's see. Got enough of those. Wish I could break down the flesh instead of having to squish it. Star metal mace. Get some star metal out of that. Got this stuff at that stupid Sumerian camp. Decent weapons, but if I can't repair them, I'd rather just get the metal. Broadsword is junk. Extra. Dang it. That had to have been the meteor shower I've been waiting for. Great. Well, that would have been great timing if I was still out there in the world doing stuff. Might go have a look-see since I'm flying anyway. Anything else I want to Okay, that stuff's doing its thing. Food. It's gonna rot before it actually gets cooked. God, I wish I knew where the meteors landed. Sure sounded like it was nearby. That's iron. I just wanted to find it so I knew what to look for. Oh, it's not going to be here. There's no way it's going to be on this shelf. It's going to be all the way over here. Man, it sounded like it landed right in our neighborhood though, didn't it? Hills. You can find jack and or squat. But then again, I'm not sure exactly what I'm even looking for. I saw a video. Kind of looked like it was a big rock that had iron-ish qualities to it, but it wasn't covered in snow because it just fell from space. But you gotta blow it up, and then you can mine it for the material. But I don't know what the damn thing looks like, because I've yet to find any of it. I've seen at least 3 or 4 meteor showers, but by the time I get over here, it's just so damn hard to find. It's like I'm actually better off just continuing to attack the stupid Sumerian camp, because their weapons are always junk, but by dismantling them I get a ton of star metal ingots, so I don't even need to process the dumb things. They're already ready to go. Yep, I don't know. I have not had any luck finding this stuff. Told it was on the western side. I've been all over the western side and haven't found it. Alright, come back here. Almost done. Okay, where's she at? Should have told her to wait. Yeah, she needs more food too. Okay, check the juicer. Still doing its thing. That's going to be working for a long time. That should be done. Take all that stuff with me. Once this is done cooking, I'm out of here. Not having much luck. I don't even want to tell you the disaster I had going into the volcano. Went down into the bowels of it. Just the two of us. I mean, she's got, at the time she had 20,000 hit points. Yeah, she still does 20,000 hit points. She's a horse. Um, didn't really have any problems. It was kind of weird. Some groups attacked us, some groups didn't. Some groups talked to us. Got down fell through the little portal thing. In there, everything's hostile. They're all lizard, or not lizard people. They're more like snake people. Kill off a bunch of them. We got down to the stupid furnace and got into the big fight. I managed to kill the boss, but there were so many of them swarming us. I ended up getting killed. Had to go, which sent me all the way back to our base. Well, there's no way I can run, or not the base, but the beginning of the opening of the dungeon. Then I had to run all the way down here. Got back, managed to get back down there. She was still doing fine, but there was still a ton of people we were fighting against. We managed to thin them down, and then the disaster happened. I got killed again. Went back to the top, came back down again. This time I just flew there. She's still working away, but now her hit points are really down. I didn't really get mine back up. We got down to the last person. I managed to get in there and kill one of them, and it got down to the last person, who basically all I needed to do was one attack combo and it would have killed them. Unfortunately, my hit points were low. My partner's hit points were down to less than 100. So one slash and we were both dead. Ugh. Oh, frustrating. I absolutely lost it. I was actually recording it. Yeah, I'm not gonna publish that recording. So out of sheer frustration, I went back in. I respawned her character, her NPC, leveled her back up where she was, gave her the equipment that she was previously wearing, and just that stupid furnace still takes me off. I had harvested I don't know how many thousand obsidian, and that's the only place you can process the obsidian and turn it into ingots. And so I had to sit there and wait. I decided, well, let's leave a little bit and come back. Well, when I come back, of course, everybody respawned. Totally ticked off about that. So eventually I got to the point where we killed them all off again, and we just pretty much had to sit there and wait and wait and wait and wait and wait, and it was just taking forever. Eventually I cut my losses, and I ended up going home and respawning the equivalent amount of that I was gonna get 380, 390 some ingots, and I just gave myself 300. left everything else there. I mean, it was like this. It was like several thousand of the obsidian in order to make 300 bars. I'd already had like 400 bars, but this was the last 300, and I was just so tired of waiting. Like I said, it's not the way I wanted to play this game, but you know, sometimes out of sheer frustration, I'm not given much choice. As for right now, I'm not gonna waste a bunch of time flying around either. Okay, she's still here. So I've been working on my base because I did not show all this since the last time I recorded. Oh yes, I finally summoned my giant. Turns out he basically just creates him like a pet. I can't have it. He counts as a follower, so if I wanted to take him out, I can't take her. Notice his hit points are only 1,200. Of course, I haven't. Does he have a level? Yeah, he does have a level, so I can level him up to 20. So I don't know what his maximum is, but it's not real high. He doesn't have any armor per se. He's a slow attacker. He's a big target. Looks cool. Very impressive in my big Nordic church here. Nordheimer Church of Ymir. But her hit points are 20,000. So, yeah, I'm keeping her. So my church, I got the little totems. I have the statues of Ymir, 2 doors that come in, 2 pillars that go up and hold the little bell or something up there. You know, this is like a normal bell tower. That's kind of what I wanted with that. Under here, I got a But these stupid shrines of theirs are so huge, it doesn't really work like a proper church. So I have one true priest, and then I have a performer. And as I find some other Nordheim characters, this is the highest tier of the Ymir Church. I managed to advance it up. It's actually, I can summon, once I get enough of the, of these offering things, I can summon the manifestation of zeal, bring Ymir into existence, or at least his avatar, but it's going to take a while. I need 500 and I have 24. Anyway, I should have some shards in here to deposit. Not much. I managed to create all of these special armors, the special armor set. Each of them are named. Winter's Majesty is the helmet, Ymir's Aegis, Ymir's Might, Ymir's Shanks, and Ymir's Stride, and equipped them to her. None of them are quite as, if you look at the armor value for these are not as good as the elite version of the Nordheimer heavy armor, but they all have special abilities. Strength weapon damage, all of these increase the strength weapon damage. They're also hallowed. They're holy armor. I have no idea what exactly that does, but their armor, so technically their armor value is a little lower, but they do have these other bonuses, so I said, what the heck. Foe Shatter is the axe that she had from the beginning. It's a one-handed axe, so I gave her the Serpent Man shield that I got from fighting those stupid guys in the volcano. I decided to give her a bow and arrow too, so she could do that if she needed to. The axe that I built, there's an axe that you can build here, the Glacier Crack, I actually have in my inventory. It has an interesting little effect. I mean, its damage is okay. I mean, it only does 36 damage, but it's just a single-handed axe. It doesn't do as much damage as the one that she's using, which is the main reason why I'm not having her use it. The one she's using, I think, does 70 damage. 40 damage. Okay, 43. That's fine. It still does more. What this axe does, it has a frozen aura. And I don't know if that's the same effect, but if you notice in the upper right hand corner, there's the little heat thing is 3. I think it cools you off 3 tiers. It definitely doesn't heat you up, because I traveled north and I got cold while using it or wielding it. So I think what it does is it keeps you cool. So if I go into the desert region, I'm thinking that's probably where it'll be of benefit. I'm going to leave her here while I run around, because otherwise she gets stuck indoors and stuff. So I've been working a little bit on my base. I haven't done a whole lot on this outer part. And I created the foundation, the stone, and then the next this is also a foundation level of the one of the wood things. I think it looks okay. Here's my gate. It's a double gate. Completely enclosed. Then I started working on the towers. Now, I haven't done much on this side, but I'm working on this side, and I want to. It's just been a chore. So part of the problem is that where the gate is actually lower than much of the wall on this side. So I had to make some decisions. One, I did build a tower, so the stairs that go straight up, and I have an area here for archers. You can look down on those that are near the gate. But otherwise the steps go up and up to the top of the wall. But there's also this little tower area. So again, access to the surrounding area. Open. Much better view. Much better for archers. And then in here, it's kind of the main tower room. And then this is on top of the gate, so you have both in and outside defenses, and this would obviously connect up to the other side. So that worked out okay. Don't know what I'm going to do with this. I don't know whether I'm going to put a floor here or if I'm going to roof it. Because those are both circular areas that are roofed. So it kind of creates a weird little, I don't know. I'm just not sure what I'm going to do with it yet. Then there's the wall. Okay, so this wall, if you notice, foundation. So it's 2 high from the ground. And in places, it's 3 high. If you notice, there's a third one down there. So this is actually 3 high. And it moves to 2 high. But then as you turn this corner, if you notice, that bottom row kind of is half. So then it was only 1.5 high. And when you get all the way over there, it's basically 1 1/3 high. So I decided, well, I'm going to have to make this part of the wall a little higher to compensate. So I don't know whether I'll take this all the way over or whether I'll leave it the way it is. But it's a nice sized wall. I'm probably going to put a tower here. Probably going to put a tower over here too. The other problem I have is this. You can't really have a tower defense when people can just walk off the hill and, you know, they can just basically walk across this hill right onto this thing and they're right on top of our defenses. Ting, 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 ting. They're above my archers and everything. So I'm going to have to seal this off somehow. Barricade it, put up a bunch of pointy stick things. I don't know. It's kind of impressive though. I don't really need it to be any taller than this. All I'm planning on doing is putting fences along this edge. But I'm going to have some towers on this side for sure. Church looks nice, doesn't it? And we should probably go inside and see if there's anything in there. And again, I don't know what I'm going to do over here. I have this built up octagonally or hexagonally with all those little triangle bits, but I'm not sure how it's going to go up. Stairs and those hexagonal shapes don't work great together. I did get all my little pokey things, so anybody that tries to get close to this thing is going to take physical damage. Okay, told you guys to spread this out, give him some things to burn, some bricks. I'll keep him busy for a bit. I've been looking for one of these. I think that's all I needed to do that. I already got that handled. I don't know what I've done differently in here, except place a taxidermied salamander. Got everything staffed. I don't remember if I had all this stuff staffed the last time I recorded anything. I've been busy, been very busy manufacturing stuff. She's still busy doing her stuff. Look at all this armor and weapons to disperse. I'm not going to do that here and record it because it's boring. Let's see. The dancer's room is in here. This is, there's a bunch of them downstairs. Well, they need a place to go, to sleep. They can't just be dancing 24 hours a day, right? Hall, haven't done much in here. The bedroom. Something comfortable to rest my head on. You never know what she might be in the mood for, or which flavor she's looking for. And then there's in here. So I got my legitimate, is he a sorcerer? Yeah, he's a legitimate sorcerer. But then I got the performer who looks like some other weird sorcerer, and some more of my little followers that I got decked out. Still haven't figured out this stupid thing. Even when I was not encumbered, there was some kind of a space thing dealing with this. I haven't figured out how to use the new thing. And typical, I'm going to have to go online to figure it out. Because the game is not really forthcoming forthcoming when it comes to teaching me how to do all this stuff unless you go through all the stupid journeys, and half the time I forget that stuff. So like I said, this is one of those games where back in the day I would have had to have a guidebook there with me 24 hours. Whenever I'm playing the game, I'd have to have it because there's just so many things to have to remember. I got enough stuff in my mind without having to dick around with all that. But anyway, that's all I've done there. Back at the main base. I have not spent as much time here. I've spent so much time away from here. I'm still debating on whether I should get rid of the big trainer and replace it with the second tier one. Not much different down here. But on the other side, I got rid of all of the pens and the stable because I'm not planning on training any more animals until in fact, I've actually actively gotten rid of a bunch of my animals. Found some more room for some tents, though. I have not staffed it. I don't know what I'm going to use the space for. Got rid of all of the little bugs except for the big mama bug. I have not gotten rid of the ones that are up there or up above, but I've thinned the herd of my bugs. Added more decor. Lots more stuff laying around. It's a lot more lived in. Haven't put stuff on the shelf back there. Yeah, I don't know. Well, it looks a lot better. I really love the way this looks out here. This place really has a feel of a marketplace almost. Got a guy here, with the horses. Got rid of several of my horses. I set up this guy here, so this is his little space. Of course, this guy here has got the little table with all the stuff on it. Works out okay. We got the lady here with all the musical instruments and stuff. That's kind of neat. I put this guy in here, put another table across, and filling it up with stuff. I love this. I found somebody called Feather Step. I thought, oh, she's perfect to be the saleswoman for the birds. Her name is Feather Step. I thought that was great. And I got this woman over here with her stuff that she's selling. Back around. So I put out 3 rugs. I put in a little shaleback hatchling decoration. It's just grizzly. I put a little bowl underneath it. But, oh, that's so sad. Another girl. Some pots. Some earthenware things. I have no idea how that fits with everybody else, but I'm not sure why he's there either, but he's there. As far as the base goes, I don't think I've done a damn thing in here. Some more of my agents that I had worked with. Again, you notice they have bracers, or they all have one thing. One Zathite armor piece, but otherwise it's kind of mix and match armor wear. See, I love the masks and the hoods. I think those are great. Because I mentioned in several of my previous videos, I'm trying to create more uniformity. And they don't have to be exact uniforms, but I like the feeling of these. Now I just got to get my soldiers a little more uniform looking. Because right now they're still mostly ethnic armors for their cultures and stuff. And see, I got to incorporate these into my thing too, so I had to give them some Zathite armor, because before all they were wearing was dancer stuff. But nothing new out here. She's still busy doing things. Let's get that out of there. I'll give you the coal too. You can find some stuff to do. Give me the gold. Give me the silver. Let's see, did I do anything? Put some decoration in. I didn't do anything in here. These guys are just too busy working. Got my guards placed up there that weren't there before. Kitchen hasn't changed. My treasure room. My treasure room is much more full than it was or it used to be. Finally got all the things placed that I brought back. And this thing's getting filled with things, and some stuff doesn't even have a graphic yet. I don't know what the rare gemstone is. I'm up to 41,000 coffer value. Should proclaim my wealth and let's start a purge, but I'm like, I don't know if I want to deal with all that. At least not until I level up my peoples. Still got my golem up there. Should make a few more golems. I did do something. Oh yeah, it was this horrible taxidermied elk king. The taxidermied elk king, my head goes up to about its shoulder. So I don't know how they miniaturized the elk king. This is a standard male elk. It might have a bigger rack, but it's not the standard. It's not the true elk king. It would be at least a good 20% bigger than that. Let's see. I changed the armament on the girls. Put in more furniture. Put a few more things on the table. Nothing too dramatic in here. Haven't done anything up here. I probably should. I need to just spend some time kicking out golems, placing them around my base, putting it on the list of things I need to do. It's a long list. Still have to replace all this sandstone with something that looks nicer. Still gotta level up my followers. Every chore is just monotonous. So I got my new planters for the other lotus plants. I have not found any orange lotus or golden lotus. I don't have any golden lotus flowers, but I also don't have the fancy fertilizer, or whatever it's called, compost for those. I don't even know how to make it. I need to find that out. Something else I gotta look up. Let's see, I got some bugs. Got some bees. Yeah. Nothing new out here. Put a little brazier in that one. If you haven't been here for a while, this will be the first time you've seen my spider farm. Clicky clacky spiders. So all of those different spiders that I grew, only 2 of them came out as green, and I don't even think these are the highest tier. I think these are the low tier, and these are the secondaries. I think there's probably still at least 1 or 2 higher levels, but I didn't want to keep farming them because, as you can see, there's an awful lot of them. Started leveling up these priestesses. I got another spider in here, which I'll replace if I ever do get a higher level spider. Yep. Not really much to do in here. I will say that I did find in one of those. Yeah, I can show you. Remember the shrine that's over here? I was coming back from a long trip and got close to this thing and got attacked by the guards, and then I walked the corner, came back around, and instead of being a Mitra priest, it was a Zathite priest. It's the only Zathite priest I've ever seen. She was wearing the dancer stuff with the spider webs and everything, and the temple wasn't any different. It was still the Mitra temple, but for some reason they spawned a Zathite priest, which I didn't even know was exist. I've never seen him before because there is no. I've never seen him out in the world. There's no place. There's no shrines or anything. There's no temples except for the ones that you build. It's one of the deities they didn't really invest much time and energy to yet. You know, since I'm here flying around, let's make a quick jaunt. I'm just curious. Since that recording that I made showing the attack, I'm just curious if they've come back or if it was just a random event. I did go online and during somebody else's recording, they had the different one. They had the one with the portal that had all the little tentacles coming out, the very Cthulhu style thing. That's not the one I had. That is not the event that I had. Man, I overshot this big. It was I still haven't seen the exact Stygian invasion or Stygian raid or whatever you want to call it. I haven't seen a video of it. Nobody else has recorded it, so as far as I know, I'm the only one that's ever recorded the dumb thing. I'm sure there's somebody out there who's done it, but the person that was recording it wasn't even recording that. He just happened to be running around, and I noticed up in the sky in the distance there was the little tentacle things were coming out of the sky, and I know that that's these random events and stuff that they have. But like I said, I've been playing this thing for a solid month, and that's the first time I'd had any kind of event like that. So I thought it was curious. I thought I was curious enough that I better record it. I'm glad I did because it went away. It was just a temporary thing. Anyway, that's all I got, I think. I don't have a lot of energy to keep thinking around with this. I don't really know what I want to do, and I don't like recording when I don't have a plan, but it's been a while since I recorded anything, and if I stop recording completely, then people will think I stopped recording. I might be trying a different game, to be honest with you. I'm not sure if I want to keep recording this. I'm going to keep playing it, but I'm finding less and less things I want to showcase. The stuff I'm actually enjoying the most is just this. The decor, the people, the kind of creating a scene, creating this little village has been a lot more fun than most of the stuff I get in this game. I'm still using the same armor that I've been using for weeks, so I'm like, I feel no reason to upgrade anything. I haven't found any weapons that wowed me. The only weapons in my inventory that are decent are ones I can't fix. So, I don't know, I've kind of gotten kind of a plateau. I don't feel like there's as much for me to gain by continuing to play, so all I'm doing is trying to enjoy my little world as I created it. Figuring out what I want to do with the space down there, I guess, might be something I'll think about. Like I said, the list of things I want to do is getting longer and longer and longer, and I'm just not finding myself. I end up playing the game for a half hour to 45 minutes instead of 3 hours. So, and most of the stuff I want to do is going to require 3, 6, 10 hours. I just haven't really found that I wanted to devote that much time lately. So, I'm going to quit there. I actually remembered to quit. Oh, I didn't for about the third time now, I've stopped recording and forgot to quit out of the game. And I came back like 5 hours later, and my character had died, starved to death or whatever, and they were in their bedroom. I was like, oh my god. Had to figure out where my follower was, and so dumb. But that happens. So, anyway, thanks for watching. This is, let's see, we're still under the hour mark, so this won't be a long, hard video for me to record. So, thanks for watching, guys.